Welcome to the Nifty Chicks, and welcome to our Back to Basics series. In this episode, we cover everything you should know to set up your 𝐦𝐤𝐤 Nano X hardware wallet. We cover safety tips for purchasing your ledger, along with sending, receiving, and buying NFTs or cryptocurrency. Let's do this. Welcome, everyone. Hello, Minty Cell.
Hello, Jen FT. How are you?
I'm doing great because my day started off bumping into you at a restaurant.
Yeah, I love that.
I know.
One of the great things about living in Palmas del Mar and Puerto Rico is it's a very small community, and you just never know who you're going to run into.
That's right. I woke up at 8 a.m. for some tennis. No, I'm sorry. I woke up at 7:30 for some 8 a.m. tennis. Ooh. And then needed to grab a bite. And it was awesome to see you and your fabulous puppy. Not so puppy anymore, but
he's always a puppy.
He's always a puppy.
Yeah. So I'm excited about doing this episode, and we're going to be teaching you today as well, because you don't have one of these.
I don't.
Do you know what this is?
I do. I know what it is. I've been told that I need to get one, and I just haven't taken the leap yet. So I'm excited to learn from you, because this is just a device I've never used before, and I know it's important. So I'm excited.
Yeah, so it definitely is important. So I just have to do a shout out here, because we got these. This it's a 𝐦𝐤𝐤 Nano X, and I got this from 𝐦𝐤𝐤 at the opening night, I guess, speaker party in Portugal from the non-fungible conference. So I was excited to get this. I actually have a 𝐦𝐤𝐤 Nano S that I got it a few years ago, I guess, at Paris Blockchain Week, and I've been using it to store my Bitcoin and ETH for a few years now. I think there's some differences and changes in this one, so I'm excited to open it up and see what the differences are from my older Nano S. So I'm excited to check this out and see what the differences are between the 𝐦𝐤𝐤 Nano X and the Nano S. And so one of the main things that I wanted to mention here, as far as safety and security goes, one of the most important things, if you are considering buying a ledger, is to actually buy it directly from ledger themselves. Do not, whatever you do, buy a ledger off of eBay or Amazon or any other third party. You want to make sure that you're buying it directly from the manufacturer.
Wait, and why is that?
Because somebody could go in and hack that and potentially steal your cryptos if you were buying it from a third party. They could, it was funny, I was watching somebody else do a setup, and I felt like, oh my gosh, I can't imagine being that dumb. But like, if you get your ledger, and you'll see when we open this up, it comes with a blank card where you write down your password, your phrases, your words that is your private keys to that wallet. And the person was like talking about it and saying like, oh, well, you know, if you get a ledger and it's already got the words written down, then that's a bad sign, right? And I can't imagine if you're in crypto and you don't know that, then I highly recommend you do a lot more research before you do anything else in crypto, because your private keys are your private keys. And if somebody else has your private keys, then they can steal all your crypto. And obviously you don't want that.
Right. So, before we get started, help me understand. So I think I understand. The 𝐦𝐤𝐤 is a brand of a hard wallet, also known as a cold wallet, correct? Yes. And basically, what I have is MetaMask, which is a digital wallet. So that's really the difference, right?
So the main reason that you want to use something like this is, like, you don't want to keep your crypto stored in something like Coinbase or anything that is potentially hackable, or could be, they could, not that somebody's going to steal your crypto from your like MetaMask or what have you. It's, they could steal it from Coinbase, and in turn, then they're taking your crypto. So when you have it stored in something like Ledger, you have not only this is your crypto is on this little device that I'll show you in a minute, but it's still also stored online. So you can still access that crypto online. It's just not accessible for, or it's less likely for hackers and thieves to be able to steal your valuable crypto. Does that make sense?
It does. It does. I'm actually super excited about this because it's, I mean, still an unknown to me of like, so if you get your crypto onto this hard wallet, then do you have to pay gas fees to transfer it to and from?
You do pay gas fees to transfer your NFTs over. So I was just doing a test with the Nano S, because I wanted to try this out before we, recorded and make sure I knew what I was doing. Because I had actually not transferred NFTs. All of my NFTs have been sitting in OpenSea, and I've been wanting to transfer my valuable NFTs off of OpenSea and put them in a hard wallet. So that's what I'm planning to do with this. And so you do pay gas fees. I took a somewhat invaluable NFT just to test it out, and it cost me like $14 to transfer it. So you definitely want to be mindful of and do it at a time when gas fees are low. So I've been watching the gas fees, and they are not bad right now. I was looking, I have a gas tracker on my other monitor, and gas is at 21.4 right now, which is really reasonable. So now is not a bad time to transfer some NFTs. So I say, let's go ahead and crack open this box and look at what's inside and do this.
Cool. I'm ready.
Should have taken the shrink wrap off first. Okay. So here's what's in the box. We got this ledger. This is my new.
It looks like a USB drive in my mind.
Correct.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm a little surprised they did not brand this. I mean, this, like I said, it was a gift from the non-fungible conference, but from Ledger. So I guess they don't really need to brand it because it is branded Ledger. So, okay. So we got that. And then behind that is my cord for connecting and a little hello getting started. So the first thing we want to do, well, so I'll show you here. Here's my recovery sheet. So I can write down my, it's 24 words is what you get. Oh, I also get some stickers. And let's see, it's got a getting started, use and care instructions. I don't know that I necessarily need to go through these instructions, but I guess we can kind of review it. Basically, I'm going to use this cord to connect this to my computer.
So one thing to know, it's connected by a USB.
Yeah, so it's a USB cord, and then you connect the ledger. So you can see it's all connected here. And then there are, this is a button and this is a button. And I believe you press the left button. So that's that button to power it on. And you can see it says Ledger there. Welcome to Ledger Nano X. Press the right button to continue. Okay. And then the next thing you want to do is download Ledger Live at ledger.com/. start and then press the right button. So I'm going to,
Yeah, so one thing to note for anyone who has a laptop with limited ports, you may need an adapter to actually hook up your ledger.
which I actually do have an adapter that I'm using. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here so you guys can see. I'm gonna go to ledger.com/start. And I already downloaded this, so I think it opening Ledger Live. So one thing to note here, when you're using your ledger for accepting whatever it is you're doing, you will press both buttons at the same time. So left and right. And it does have to stay connected at all times to do whatever you want to do. Okay, so now, of course, this is on the wrong screen, so you guys can't see, but basically I'm just gonna do Ledger Live into my applications. And then I'm going to go click Ledger Live and open that up. Okay,
Right.
so
Pretty intuitive.
yeah, so okay, it looks like I do need to do an update to the Ledger Live. So I'm gonna go ahead and click that before we get started. Might as well start with a fresh slate here.
So am I right that there are other hard wallets and cold wallets? We're choosing Ledger because it's the one that was given to you, and we think it's a reputable company and one that's we feel comfortable using.
Yes, and part of the reason is just because I have actually been using Ledger for some time now. I've probably had my Ledger, I would say, for 4 years. My Ledger, unfortunately, came with a really low battery, so it's going to need to charge up a little bit. I've got 2% battery. Hopefully, we'll be able to do this. Okay. I mean, it's plugged in. So first thing we want to do is you want to go to Manager to install apps. So basically, you download the Ledger Live, and then I'm going to walk through what it's telling me on screen of the Ledger. So I'm pressing the right button. I wish that it was easier for me to show you, but use buttons to navigate menus and lists. Basically, it's left and right. Press both buttons for selecting. Hold both buttons at any time to go to Control Center to power off and more. Start Ledger Live for help during setup. Add setup as a new device. Restore from recovery phase. Reminder, press both buttons to select, confirm, or cancel. So we're going to do setup as a new device. And then you choose a PIN with anywhere from 4 to 8 digits. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And just as a side note here, I would highly recommend that you do 8 digits, because that's going to be, better security than, and obviously I'm not telling you what my digits are. And you have to confirm it with, so basically I'm entering these 8 digits twice.
Are you doing that right on the little Ledger?
Yes, directly on the Ledger. And you just use the left and right buttons up and down to pick your numbers. I have set my 8-digit PIN code. And then the next step is getting my 24 words for my recovery phrase. So I'm going to go through those and write them all on this little card so that I'm got these in a very safe place. You definitely don't want to lose this, because as the saying goes, not your keys, not your crypto. So these are the keys to your crypto. And if you lose this, then you're not getting your crypto or your NFTs. So make sure you write those all down. And then once you get them written down, then you need to confirm them on the ledger. And so basically they have to be in that specific order, 1 through 24. And you just go through and select your words in that particular order and confirm it. And then once you have done that, then it will say your recovery phrase is set. Keep it in a secure place. If lost, stolen, or forgotten, all your assets will be lost. How about that?
Yeah. Okay.
Never share it with anyone. Ledger will never, ever ask you for it. So if somebody says, oh, I need your recovery phrase, that they're trying to steal your crypto. They're trying to steal your NFTs. Don't ever share it with anyone. Okay. So now press both buttons to continue. So I'm pressing both buttons. It is processing. Okay. Now let's see. Your device is ready. Connect and unlock your device. Let's see what happens here on the screen. Allow Ledger Manager. So I'm going to click both buttons to allow. It's installing the app. Okay, there we go. So now you want to install apps to be able to access your Bitcoin, Ethereum. So these are all the different apps that you can install on here. Depending on what cryptos you hold. So since I'm going to use this particular device for my NFTs, so I'm just going to install the Ethereum.
Got it. Okay. So you're essentially installing the blockchain, the specific chain associated with whatever you're transferring. And the NFT that you're transferring happens to be on the Ethereum blockchain, hence why you're installing the Ethereum app.
Correct. So, I mean, I could install, if I wanted to store my Bitcoin, XRP, Solana, ADA, Avalanche, Doge, Polkadot, any of these that are listed here, you can store. And I'm not sure, I know you can store multiple various coins on there. I think there is a limit. I'm not sure exactly how many that limit is. We would need to look that up. But I mean, you can see like there's a ton on here, right?
Right. Okay.
Okay, so let's see. Ethereum has been successfully added. So now I can manage my accounts. Open the Ethereum app on my device. So it says on my device, it says open app Ethereum. So I'm going to hit both buttons. Application is ready. Synchronizing. That like synchronized swimming or
synchronized skating in my world.
Oh, yes, yes. Okay, so Ethereum 1, I'm going to, okay, account added successfully, click done. Application is ready.
So now you've set up your ledger, you've got your app specific to the chain you're going to be transferring over.
So the next thing that you will want to do is connect this to my MetaMask. So now that I've got it all set up and I've got ETH on there, I want to connect this to my MetaMask so that then I'm able to easily transfer either crypto or NFTs from my OpenSea account to this hardware wallet so that hopefully my NFTs will not get stolen, right? Okay, so I have my MetaMask set up as on my Chrome extension here. So the first thing you do here is go up in the top right corner over here, and I'm going to connect hardware wallet. In fact, I think I have to shut down. Let's see. So it's connected, connect here. Yeah, see, I have to get out of this. So let's try again. So you can't be logged into your Ledger Live when you're trying to connect the Ledger to MetaMask.
Okay, good to know.
So now it's paired. I'm going to connect, continue. I'm not exactly sure why it's got 5 accounts here because I have one ledger and one account connected. But I just went and checked and got the correct account number. And just something to think about when you are doing anything with your crypto, Ethereum, Bitcoin, whatever it is that you're doing, you always want to double check. I always look at the first few and the last few to make sure that it matches before sending. Another thing to keep in mind is before you make any sort of like big transactions, it's best to always do a small test before, sending a lot of money. Or like I said, when I was testing this before, I sent an NFT that I didn't really care if something happened to it because I wouldn't be sad if I lost it, as opposed to if I had a very important NFT and it went to the wrong place, then I'd be real sad.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
okay. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock, and it's on my ledger. It's saying verify address. So while this thing's thinking, I'm going to go ahead and click the button. Okay, so basically it's pulling up that address that I showed you with the 0x0b last 4624C. So I'm going to go ahead and confirm that on my ledger. Approve. Application is ready. No. Okay, so there we go.
Right, look at that.
So now this is set up on my MetaMask. So I'll be able to switch from my MetaMask to my Ledger One. And eventually in our next episode, we're going to talk about how to get the NFTs from OpenSea into this Ledger hard wallet so that then they are safe and secure and off of the interwebs.
Love it. It seems
Sound
like
good?
the whole process is pretty user friendly. It may take some getting used to. It may take some, multiple tries, but overall, it's a pretty easy process. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty simple. I would say the most important thing, obviously, is know your 4 to 8 digit PIN number. Obviously, don't lose that. Don't forget that. Make sure it's something that you know in your head and have got confirmed. And then also those 24 words, because as I mentioned, not your keys, not your crypto. And if anybody gets a hold of those words, they can take all of your crypto and your NFTs. So I think that's the most important part of this. And hopefully this has been helpful for everybody in getting started with Ledger and GenFT. I hope that you are going to get on ledger.com and go buy your first ledger and go through this process and get your NFTs and your crypto transferred over.
I already have the screen up. I'm picking a yellow one because I think the yellow is so cute.
Okay.
And as of right now, as I mentioned, I'm not familiar with cold wallets and hard wallets. I've been using various MetaMask accounts so that if one of the accounts got hacked, that they wouldn't have access to all of my NFTs. So I have a few various, digital wallets, but I think you're right. It's about time that I take that next step, super secure my NFTs, super secure my cryptocurrency, move it off to a hard wallet. And so I will be doing exactly that. And so thank you for showing this to me because I can now set it up myself.
Yay. All right. Well, awesome. Well, thank you guys for watching, and be sure, of course, as always, to follow us at the Nifty Chicks on all the socials. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and click the bell so that you're notified whenever we have a new episode out.
That's right. And always remember, invest in yourself. You are worth it.
The Nifty Chicks podcasts are not providing investment advice and are not taking listeners' and readers' personal circumstances into consideration when discussing investments in cryptocurrencies or NFTs. The Nifty Chicks is not registered to provide investment advice. All the opinions of the hosts, guests, and or sponsors of the show are their own and are for information and entertainment purposes only. Do your own due diligence and research. Neither 𝐥𝐢𝐤𝐞 nor 𝐸𝐴𝐴𝐵 are financial advisors. We are sharing our journey with you as we learn more about this crazy little phenomenon called NFTs. We make no recommendations. We only share with you what we are learning and what we are considering investing in. You must research any financial investment on your own. Just know that we will always strive for radical transparency with any show associations. Happy minting.